It'll make sense.
Rick is backseat driving a rocket. I am literally backseat gaming right now. Literally.
Literally?
Yeah, I think, Demi, you're gonna have to ban me for backseat gaming. And that's the end of the stream, everybody. I'll never see you again.
It's just like that meme of like the old person dragging the computer into the recycle bin, right?
Yeah,
and then
basically.
it disappears. You ban the streamer from their own stream. Implosion. All right, so...
Okay, so we're gonna need diamond to unlock.
Right.
Glacio.
Oh, that's right. I wrote this down on my sheet the other day because it was diamonds that I was making before, I think. Oh no, that was...
So diamond is graphene and
nanocarbon.
graphene, which is that's right. That's why it's such a pain, because it takes graphite and graphite in order to make graphene.
That's easy. We got that.
GG just subscribed for 10 months, had a baby and almost forgot
Oh
to
my
sub.
goodness.
That's a good excuse, though, all right? But thank you. Y'all have been so great to watch at home with the baby Jasmine. No.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God. GG. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. You guys, drop some bears and well wishes for GG. That is so amazing.
Congratulations.
Congrats. That's amazing. That's such a little blessing.
All right.
Okay, so we need that's right. We need hydrazine and graphite in order to make the graphene. Super
Easy.
pain in the ass.
Easy.
Easy, just time consuming, because we need
Graphite we can
ammonium
make in
and we need graphite. But you only get 2 graphite and you only get 1 aluminum or ammonium from this. So yeah.
There's ammonium on that last planet we were on. I found a bunch of it down below, so I'll just go back and mine
I'm just gonna make it. It's fine. It'll take just as long to mine it real quick here than it will for you to fly. Because if you fly, you're going to use hydrazine, right? And then we're gonna have to make more hydrazine to replace what you just used.
No, right. I mean, I'll put it this way, Rick. If you can find it here and mine it, then go for it. I think our issue before was we mined like all the easily accessible.
Well, no.
You
can make ammonium in the soil centrifuge. That's what I'm about to do.
No, that too.
Yeah. So I was thinking, like, even though we can only get 1 per 2 canisters of soil, like, it'll probably be quicker just to do that than have you fly. Okay. Got my first ammonium going.
If you go to my storage things, my storage wars, just go and grab a couple of blanks, or move some stuff around so you have 2 of those blank ones. Because if you fill up 1 with the soil, and then you put it on the left side, and then you are on.
I've got a few blank storages canisters right now.
No. Yeah, I mean like literal storage, medium storages.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you just put the soil on there, it'll automatically load it back up when it's done, and then you can just keep clicking it through. It's efficient.
It actually, yeah, it's got 1 storage on here. I'll put the other one on this side. Will you take this empty off real quick? Boop.
I got it.
There we go. Cool.
Oh, what's going on here?
Hey, get over here. We've got a lot of fulls. We got 3 fulls, so that's plenty actually. Did you grab that ammonium that just came out?
No. Did you make any?
Yeah, I did. I made 1.
I didn't grab it.
Maybe I made the graphite set? I thought I made an ammonium.
I think you made graphite, maybe.
That's fine. Gonna put you over here. And you know what?
Take this clay.
Don't necessarily need you at the moment there, Sulfur, so I'm gonna move you over there. Oh yeah, that's a lot of soil, baby!
That's a lot of nuts! Kung Pao? Anyone? Anyone? Alright.
Get another ammonium there going, and then I will take these canisters. Thank you. Gonna fill you up with dirt, baby.
So we just need to make 2 diamonds and 2 hydrogen. Do we have hydrogen?
2 diamonds. We have hydrogen. Yeah,
we have hydrogen over there.
We have plenty of hydrogen.
So, NBD.
And I think that we just withdraw hydrogen from this atmosphere. I'm almost positive if we needed to. That's really easy to come by.
Tons of it.
Yeah. That's like if you look at the wiki that I'm using, that shows you all the ingredients you need to unlock. They're like amazed that they're like, seriously, the last planet is hydrogen? Like, how does that make sense? It's the easiest thing to come by.
It might be because, I mean, maybe on that planet you can't get it, right? It's picking something that's like not abundant on that world.
Right.
Because yes, it is ridiculous. But at the same time, there might be, you know, I could see them being like, no, that's like the point, right? They're making a statement of some kind. Oh man, I have one of those glitched solar panels.
Yeah, I was noticing that was red on your pack before. I didn't say anything, but yeah, like,
I mean, do you see this?
It's been red on your pack for a while. Like when I was looking at you before, it was highlighted red.
No, it's just broken. Like it just is broken. It's weird. Scrap it. Get it out of here.
Hey, yo, come on. There we go. Okay, put you right here and take this ammonium here. Okay, I've got 3 ammoniums on me right now.
Right, making the last one, I guess, if that's enough.
Yeah, that should be enough because that'll get us 2 hydrazine. No, actually, I think that we need a little bit more. So, let's see. I'm
gonna go gather some more dirt. Why is there a medium storage down here? Did a medium storage fall through the floor?
Where's it at?
It's down in my diggy hole. Oh, which I definitely didn't put it there.
It might have glitched through, yeah.
It might have glitched through the floor though, because it is right below all the stuff. That's fun.
Rick, which mod is best? And I must make first. There's no best mod. Our mods are like our stumped children. We can't rank them. They're all incredible.
I don't think. Is that what you're asking, or me? I think you're asking about the mods in the game, right?
I don't know.
Mods.
I mean, well, if you're talking about the mods for the game, wide plus boost, and then the drill mod, that's the best.
Yeah. If you're talking about the mods, then there is no best mod.
There is no best mod.
All right. There are best mods.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now I see what you're saying, Ermia, because you say, and I must make first. So which mod should you make first? Okay. Yep. Now I'm understanding a little bit more.
Oh, this was the garbage one.
The first mod that you should get probably is the boost mod, which will let you dig faster. Drill mods are always helpful, but the wide and the boost was actually suggested by one of you guys when I was like, oh, it takes so long to fill up these canisters. Once you have this soil centrifuge and you need to gather a lot of soil fast, the wide plus boost mod will get you that stuff really, really fast. So I would suggest getting those 2 first.
Boost first. Oh, why did that happen?
Yeah, because my friggin' pack's full. Let me put this stuff away. It drives me nuts that you have to pick up the entire storage to get those out when that drops.
Oh my god! What drives me nuts is when something's behind you and you grab it somehow.
Okay. There we go.
What are we making next? More ammonium or what?
I'm making the hydrazine that we need right now. I think that we're going to need 4 hydrazine in order to make all of this. So that's the second hydrazine there. I have 1 ammonium here, so we need 3 more. 3 more ammonium.
Okay. That's what I'm
going to go get soil. I've got 4 canisters on me right now. I was going to make the joke that you can't make the mods here. There is no best mod. That is true. That is true. Absolutely.
Absa-toodles.
We're just all lucky and fortunate. Like, seriously. So lucky and fortunate to have people who want to participate the way that our mods do.
Jeez.
Digging. See, look at this. Look at this boost mod. Just digging it up.
The boost mod is important first, and then I would say the first drill bit, the ceramic drill bit, is really, really helpful early on.
When you want to start digging down, absolutely. When you want to gather surface stuff, really no drill bit is necessary on the first few planets. But once you leave Silva, you'll want to have those drill bits because the the soil becomes harder in these planets the deeper you drill.
And there's just going to be certain resources you won't even be able to get like easily and conveniently if you don't have at least the ceramic drill bit.
There will be just something you can't even
be a pain
dig through. Like, you'll see when we go to Glacia, we need to have the diamond drill bit because at a point you just won't even be able to drill down anymore without these drill bits.
So do that.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Okay, so that's ammonium number 2, and we need just one more. And blood ow. Okay, so that's our second there. Wait, why 4 can I not make you? Wait a minute. Do we not? Oh, snap.
What?
We're talking about how, wow, we got hydrogen, but the fact is we don't anymore.
Yes, we do. Go look on my storage land.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. Oh, we have tons. Okay, good. I was like, oh, it takes hydrogen to make hydrogen, which makes sense. Hydra.
Makes sense. It's in the name.
It's there. Hell Hydra.
No, we don't do that.
We don't Hell Hydra here?
Nope. We are Captain America standing all the way, standing up for justice. But not just us.
Okay, so that is the 4 that we need there. Then we just need to get the graphites that we need. I'm going to take these guys. And
more graphite?
I think that's it, because we need... Oh, come on, you. Okay, so there we go. In order to make the graphene, it's 1 graphite and 1 hydrazine. And then it's... So we need to make 4 graphene in all. So yeah, that should be good. And then we combine the 4 graphene, 2 and 2. Yeah, that should be 2 diamonds. Whoa, Pure Miko said they don't really like Captain America, though, Price.
Go to jail. Why don't you like Captain America? And why are you wrong?
Price stands Captain America. No
I'm a lifelong Captain America fan. Like, not to get all hipster about it, but definitely before the movies. All right, who do you think is the best Avenger? And if you say Iron Man, go to jail.
Best Avenger.
Talking about people in chat, because people were saying, you know, Captain America's good, but he ain't the best. And it's like, if you say Iron Man, go straight to jail.
Well, I'm just wondering now. Okay, yeah, we just need... Wait, can I make you? There we go. Graphene. There we go.
Thor's fine. Yeah, I get it.
Thor's okay.
Thor's fine. Yeah, Widow's fine. Anybody but Iron Man, honestly, is what I would say. Mostly because I feel like you're supposed to hate Iron Man, and if you don't hate Iron Man, like, come on, like, you realize he's like the worst kind of person, right? He's trying to better himself, sure, but he's the kind of person that causes all the problems that the Avengers have to deal with. Literally, I think every problem in the Iron Man movies is Tony's fault. Yeah, I rewatched all 3 of them, and all 3 of them, it's all his fault. It's like, it's always like, hey, you were a real butthead to people forever ago, or hey, you sold weapons, you know, illegally to these other people, or hey, you did all this, and now you have to fix it.
We've got our 2 diamonds, so that's it. Yeah, that's all we need to get to access the middle of Glacio. So now it's just a matter of digging down to the center of Glacio.
Lock me up because Iron Man is one of my faves, but I like Doctor Strange. Yeah, no. Yeah, go to jail if Iron Man's your favorite.
Doctor Strange is fun.
Doctor Strange is great. I think he's cool. Teo! Oh my. How dare.
What about,
dropping them loots.
What about Vision? Vision? Anybody?
Vision's cool. I love Vision. When they brought him in, I was stoked. I wish he got a little more screen time in the movies, to be honest. I'm glad they gave him more in Infinity War. Tony Tony Stark causes the Civil War as well. Yeah, well, and you know, yeah. Like, and to be fair, in the comics, it's definitely his fault. In the movies, they made it. He's a little more understandable.
Yeah, you know, I read all of the Civil War comics when they first came out. Was really into them. I was a little bit disappointed with the movie because it was like compared to the comics, it was so lacking. Like. The comics, it was a true Civil War. It was like these Avengers versus these Avengers, and it was just like long. The movie, it was just a fight. Yeah.
But and it was more like a personal issue, at the core of it, which was good. But I mean, as far as the comics go, like they backed themselves into a corner with the movies. Like there was no way they would ever be able to make.
Well, I mean, the movies just seemed like an excuse to introduce new characters more than anything, you know? And then it was like, oh, yeah, this is now, okay, we're going to get a Black Panther movie. Like, Civil War was a means to an end to get an awesome Black Panther movie, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and I like Civil War, but it's by no means the best Captain America movie. It's probably the weakest.
Like, Civil War could have been like what Infinity War's Endgame is. Like, it could have been a series. They could have made multiple movies.
I always felt like, Civil War should have been an Avengers movie. It should have been Avengers Civil War. And that should have been when Captain America died.
yeah, that would have been, amazing.
But, I mean, I still like it. I think it's still a good part of the universe. Whoa. Oh, did we make Compound on accident?
No, I made it because we're going to need a ton of tethers to get to the middle. And I'm actually kind of glad that you and I are going together, because with you carrying half the tethers and me carrying half the tethers, we'll actually have enough to get there. Because the problem that we have getting to the center of these planets is, like, you always will run out of tethers, have to come back, bring more tethers down.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make...
So what else do we need to bring with us? Because we're going to need an oxygenator.
We're getting well. We can bring the oxygenator. The ship has an oxygenator, so that's gonna be fine. We're gonna be good there. I would say make like 4 stacks of tethers. I'm gonna give you one of these diamonds. I'm putting it right there next to the researcher. So take that diamond. I'm going to take a container with me. Make sure that you have a container, and I'm gonna make myself a light as well, because it gets dark down there. I think I'm going to need glass for that, so... Fire up some quartz real quick. Yeah, Price is in on that Instagram kick. He just started himself up on that Insta.
Started the other day, yeah.
I've got an Insta that I need to be more active on. I am not at all. I'm bad at taking pictures, I really am. I need to take more pictures. My phone has a good camera. I need to be better at taking pictures. There's a part of me that's just like, it's weird growing up. I grew up weird. I have like self-image problems, and I always feel weird taking pictures of myself. And I know that that's not exclusively what Instagram is for, but you know, just taking pictures in general.
Hold on, real quick. So, because Jezebel said something that I think is relevant to the superhero conversation. I think all of them have their good and bad points. The trouble is thinking some can do no wrong while others are always wrong, when really they're trying to achieve the same goal in different ways. No, for sure. I think for me, the reason that I give Iron Man crap, I mean, A, he's a billionaire, and I think being a billionaire is evil, but like that's a whole different discussion. But B, a lot of people like him for reasons that I don't think are respectable, which is like, hey, you know, he's a billionaire, therefore, oh, he's got all this, and he's a really arrogant, like, scientist guy who solves his problems with his mind, but he does so in a way that's usually not considerate of others, right? He like, doesn't really care like how it's going to impact others. Kind
of like people who, in this, it drives me nuts when people glorify characters like Scarface. And
yeah,
like, it's like Scarface, he's big, you know, a millionaire and, you know, hustled, and I'm like, he's a bad dude. Like, he made his money in bad, you know, ways. Like, don't admire these people just because they're rich. You know what I mean?
Wait, what does it take to make a work light?
It's copper. I thought it was glass, but it's actually copper.
Oh, do we even have any? Oh, okay, we do. Cool.
Civil War II, Iron Man's trying to fix Captain Marvel's mess, and her mucking things up. Your move, Price.
No, Civil War II. Civil War II is he's the good guy in Civil War II.
Yeah.
Comparatively, but again, Civil War 2 is a much lesser, like, Civil War 2 was kind of garbage. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. In the comics, there was the second Civil War, for people who don't know.
Yeah, I haven't read the second Civil War, but I would imagine that Tony probably learned his lesson from the first Civil War, didn't they?
The comics have done a full 180 on Tony ever since the movies came out, where they're like suddenly really trying to redeem him. In the comics, he was a total douche up until they made his movies. And then
it's interesting because Stormchenko said, "What about Batman?" And then Pierre Miko said, "So he's like Bruce Wayne." It's sort of great that you guys said that at the same time. Batman also, you shouldn't look up the Batman.
Issue. You should not look up the Batman.
Batman does have issues that he needs to deal with, I think, in a thoughtful manner. And the way that you deal with your parents dying is not dressing yourself up as a bat person and then beating up bad guys. That is not a healthy way to cope with these problems. And
let's be real. The people he's beating up, you know, the criminals that he's beating up, generally speaking, it's like, if you think about where crime comes from, these are poor people who are struggling, who are, you know, trying to,
I have so many problems with the Batman verse. Like, it's fun. I get it. Like, if you can just associate yourself
real quick, before we go into Batman, because because this is what I was trying to say to Jezebel earlier. I just want to say, even though I love Captain America, dude is also super flawed as well. Yeah, right.
And I think flawed characters
knows what's best for everyone.
Yeah.
And he doesn't necessarily, and he's so self-loathing to a point that, like, he essentially will try to sacrifice himself even when he doesn't have to. And that's definitely a flaw of his.
There's a lot of unhealthy characteristics in a lot of these superheroes.
Yeah. So Batman. Talk through the Batverse,
Batman, Gotham City, okay? Like, we discussed some of the reasons why Batman probably isn't dealing with his problems in a healthy way. Price touched on the villains. Arkham Asylum.
Yep.
The place where these villains go. It's not a prison. It's an asylum. The system is recognizing that these people have mental health illnesses.
Issues. Yeah.
And what do? They lock them in the worst possible asylum. They're not getting treatment for their issues. They're being treated as criminals, and they are.
And they're being treated by criminals.
They're being treated by criminals. Yes, they are not getting proper treatment. This is not a good place. Arkham Asylum, it's bad. It's bad on top of bad on top of bad on top of bad. They are all dealing with these issues in the worst possible ways. Just hashtag fix Arkham Asylum. That's what I'm saying. All right.
And then I'm also gonna say, because some of the most popular Batman comics are like the Frank Miller ones, right?
Yeah. Who is like super alt, right?
He's a hardcore, like, libertarian dumbass.
Yeah.
And so Batman in those comics, he's painted as the hero because he's what it's about. He is the biggest villain in that series.
Definitely.
Like, he's all like, I'm a billionaire. It's my duty to make every decision for everyone, and I get to decide what's best for everyone. Whereas, like, everybody else, like, when it comes to, like, the government and everything set up, like, the reason Superman's the bad guy in The Dark Knight Returns, and he's the bad guy because he's working with the government to try and help solve problems. Right? And even he recognizes, he's like, yeah, this is kind of messed up that the government has access to me, and, you know, I'm unstoppable. But because Frank Miller's so up his own ass libertarian, he thinks that makes him the bad guy, full stop, because
he's working with the government.
And it's like, dude, Batman is a crazy, sorry, we said it, ridiculous man who has all this wealth, sequesters himself away, builds up his own, like, mental image of what the world should be, and is imparting that onto the world without asking anyone, right? It's like the most Ayn Rand nonsense that you could ever experience.
Teo said, Batman, worst superhero ever, fight me. And Paige said, I also don't think it's okay to glorify Harley and Joker's relationship.
No, it's not.
These are all totally legitimate arguments to be made. And I think that, I will say, Batman's not a good superhero. I mean, if you're talking good as in, like, the concepts of good and evil, Batman is not a good superhero. Is he an interesting superhero? I think that he's an interesting superhero. If you can look at him in the ways that we're describing and sort of deconstruct it that way. And you would have to look at Harley and the Joker the same way, right? There are a lot of people who just see like Batman, good guy, Harley and Joker, bad guy. A lot of people, same way that people like to be like on the Empire side in Star Wars because the Empire's the cool side, right? They have the cool suits and everything, you know, like there are people like, oh, I like rooting for the bad guy kind of thing. And that's fine too. As long as you are mature enough to look at this and say like, this is not a healthy relationship that they have. You know, it's fine to like them as characters because they're complex, because they challenge certain notions, you know, but yeah, we should never look at that and think that that is an ideal of love to live up to. It's unhealthy. Everything that, most of the stuff that exists in the realm of superheroes is unhealthy. And I think that, yeah, there's no ultimate good, ultimate bad. There's all a lot of gray areas, and this is fun, though. I like talking about it.
So, real quick, Jezebel said, look, Batman had a psychotic break after his parents died, and obviously no one got that kid any help. Yeah, I wouldn't even say he had a psychotic break, right? Because, like, he just, I mean, his parents died. Like, he didn't really have a break. He was orphaned. He didn't have coping mechanisms, right? Totally fair. Like, and that's the real thing about all these characters is a lot of them they do have these issues that they don't deal with, but the fact is their self-care is essentially abusing other people. Yeah. They just do it under the guise of justice, right? And we accept it because we all think, well, bad guys need to be punished. But it's like, hey, guess what? Those bad guys come from the same place that this guy comes from. They're coping with it in a different way.
But guess what? There's criminal. There's already a system of government in place, and it's probably not perfect because no systems of government are.
No,
but
it's definitely not perfect.
Vigilante justice is not the solution.
Nope.
And as far as like the psychotic break thing, it's like, no, like we all have issues in our adult life that probably are rooted in our childhood.
Everyone needs therapy.
Yes, these things, they come to the surface in your adult life, things that you haven't probably coped with as a child, things that you forgot about, you know, and it's not psychotic. It's just a part of getting older. It's like coming to terms with all these things that helped define the character that you are now representing and living that maybe at the time, because you were a kid and you didn't know how to cope with it, you couldn't, you know, and you need to find healthy ways of coping with it now as an adult, making sense of it. Viking King, 200 bits. Arkham first was introduced in the 1930s in the H.P. Lovecraft universe. Batman stole it in the 1980s. Yes, definitely, and has been running with it ever since.
And I would say stole because I think it's clearly an homage, right? Yeah. If you're aware of H.P. Lovecraft, you're aware that Arkham is taken from that. So I think it's more like a loving thing. But
it makes sense in an like a Lovecraftian sense, right? Where it's like sort of like the
it thematically fits,
right? Because like you need an explanation for how all of these people are as crazy as they are, right? And I use that term in the Lovecraftian sense. It's these, you know,
insanity.
Insanity. 200 bits. Correction, 1977 Batman stole it. Thank you, Viking King. Yeah, I mean, it's I'd say an homage. There are definitely a lot of current comics and series and things that draw from that sort of Lovecraftian, sort of elders, sort of a theme. Okay, I am ready to go if you are ready to go. What you making?
I'm going to print us a platform to bring.
Okay.
Because you always need one, and because
need one.
Because I don't think we can tether from the ship with the oxygenator, but we can tether from this with the oxygenator.
We can tether from the ship with the oxygenator. You can.
Are you positive?
I'm positive. What we can't do though is draw power necessarily from the
right. And so if we're using our boost mods and stuff, we
bring the
power.
Platform, put the we'll put a couple RTGs on it, and
do we not have? Oh, there's an RTG here. There's one here.
Oh, okay. You know what we need to do? I need to get the we need to stop real quick and pick up my rover. So I'll need to bring some
get your packages.
So what we'll do first, we'll go to Glacio. I'll drop you off. We'll drop all this stuff off, and then I'll come back to Calidor, grab my my ship.